All right, we're rolling. Let's fucking do this. All right, so right now it is Saturday, December 19th at 3:19 a.m. Um, I can't fucking sleep. I was just watching a stream. I don't know what the fuck. I'm tired. Um, but I figured I'd start this part of the video. Um, so if you know me, um, then you know that for the past month, I've had a huge change in my mentality, and I've started going to the gym. I'm training 6 of 7 days of the week. Um, at this current point in time, I'm not quite on a steady diet. I'm pretty much at this point just eating chicken and rice, um, and water, which quite frankly I'm not getting enough of. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I just forget and be like 2 o'clock and like, oh shit, I only had one bottle of water. So, um, so those are some things that I'm working on as of right now. Um, let's see. I guess a bit of backstory. Um, so as a kid, I've always been overweight. Um, I'll see if I can find some, you know, old photos from school, um, to show that. I'll be showing them right now, and I'll just cut in uh, with some backstory about grades and videos and pictures and all that kind of business. Um, I guess the reasoning why, uh, it started off with just really having no control, sweet tooth, um, eat way too fast, eat way too much of unhealthy foods, and I don't want to pass blame to my mom or my dad. My parents have been divorced since I was a kid. I mean, they're both loving parents. They both love me. They're amicable. Um, so that wasn't a big issue. Um, there was very rarely home cooked meals. It was a lot of frozen foods, um, whatever was in the pantry, what have you, um, and just whatever I could get my hands on. Uh, Not that my mom wouldn't cook. She would. She cooks pretty good. She doesn't do it a lot. She's a working single mom. Um, she's got 3 kids, myself included. Me, my younger brother, my younger sister. Um, so I'm 19 right now in 2020. I turn 20 in July of 2021. My younger brother is 10, and my younger sister is 7. Um, and I'm worried about my brother. Um, my brother is very overweight, not to the point of morbid obesity, but he was about the size, maybe bigger than I was at his age, and that's why it's concerning to me. Um, Again, my mom, she's a great mom. I love her to death. Um, but that boy can eat some pizza. I'm fairly certain that every night he's eating 2 frozen Red Baron circle pizzas. Those little small ones that can fit about in your hand. Um, I just worry about him. He doesn't He's a very picky eater, very picky eater, and he doesn't like to try new things. He's getting better. You know, hey, you want to try a carrot? Nah, nah, no, I don't want to try a carrot. Come on, Abigail will do it. That's my little sister. So my brother's name is Jacob. My sister's name is Abigail. Um, so if you hear me say those names, that's what I'm talking about. Um, so I'm trying to work on it, and my mom's introducing him to new things, not necessarily regularly, but whenever the opportunity arises itself, and he shows some sort of interest instead of utter disgust at the first sight of it. Um, and so I worry about him. He's not big into sports. He's not big into going outside. You know, he'll play with some friends in the neighborhood, but other than that, not really much of anything. He just sits in home and watches TV and does exactly what I did when I was his age, minus the sports. I played football for a playground and played basketball for a brief period of time at a playground, same playground, and I did some baseball. Um, but for the most part, I was very inactive and didn't do anything. Um, but yeah. Anyway, so I kind of went off on a tangent there. But I feel it's good that I'm expressing that. I want to get that out there, out of my head. You know what I mean? Um, but as far as my backstory goes, um, I pretty much just ate whatever I could find that I enjoyed, and my mom would always give me stuff, not necessarily stuff that I asked for, but unhealthy stuff just to stock the freezer. That way, if just for whatever reason she doesn't feel like cooking, I would just go grab frozen pizza out the freezer and heat it up, eat that for dinner. Um, I had no sort of you know uh, moderation at all. Um, this this is kind of embarrassing to say, but as a kid, young kid, um, I would like if they had icing, leftover icing in the fridge, I'd just fucking grab a spoon and start eating away at it. Um, Enough to where I could be satiated with my sweet tooth, but not enough that my mom wouldn't notice. And I'm sure she probably did, but just probably didn't say anything. Um, you know, icing, chocolate chips, whatever I could find that was sweet in the pantry. If it wasn't expired over 2 years, then I'd probably be sneaking some. I can remember in the summers, I would just sit at home. Once I had gotten to the age where my mom allowed me to stay home by myself during the summers, I would just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. And at that point in time, it wasn't because of, mental health factors, which come to become a problem um, in the more recent years. I'm thankful to say that that's not a problem anymore. I'm very happy to say that, but I'll get into that later. Um, and she'd buy these big tubs of yogurt about that big, vanilla yogurt, and I can remember waking up playing GTA 5 heists with some friends when those were out, and we would literally had a schedule planned around that. Me and my friend would get up at 7 and do rooftop rumble until my two other friends got on a couple hours later. And then we would do heist all day until 1 in the morning and then go to sleep and then get up and do it again. And we did that for an entire summer. And every time I'd get up, or whenever, I just grab a spoon and grab that tub and keep eating until it was gone. Um, I would just snack and eat, and my mom knows this because she's my mom. She she knows stuff. Um, but yeah, like I used to not get up to throw away my stuff, so I had a trundle bed, and it had a gap in between it, so it almost looked like a couch frame, and then where the mattress was on the slats, it had spaces, and I just shoved my trash down there, and spoons and forks and whatever. And you know, my mom would see it, tell me, "You need to clean that shit up." I'm like, "Okay, mom," and then, I'd be embarrassed that she actually found it, because I thought I hid it pretty well. Um, but I mean, it would just be filled to the brim with boxes of Cheez-Its, yogurt tubs, knives, crumbs from eating bread and butter because it was something that I could eat. Um, you name it, it was probably in there. Um, and yeah, and it was just it honestly it was disgusting. I didn't care. Again, it's not like I had any. At least I don't think I had any reason with mental health to do that. I just wanted to eat. Um, I still don't understand it, and I don't think I ever will. Um, but that was my childhood. I had a good childhood. Stayed with my mom. Saw my dad every other weekend, and that was pretty much my early childhood. Um, so I'll probably go into my high school years in the next video, and then just kind of go into my college experience, which is enough for a whole video, and then my experience after college and dropping out and all this kind of stuff. But I don't want to give all of that away. Um, so I'm gonna break my backstory up segment by segment. This is the first video I filmed. I'm probably gonna film the channel introduction, what it's about, what the point I'm trying to get across here is. Um, though I can give you guys a good foundation for what I plan to do with this channel. I don't know if I'm going to make a new channel under my IRL name, Trey Dupree, um, or if I'm going to just post this on my online name YouTube channel that I have already, Slapped Silly, Silly with one L. I'll figure that out later. But next I'm going to record the introduction for the channel, or introduction for the series, whatever it may be. But these, yeah, I'll go over what I plan to do with these videos in the introduction. But yeah, so as far as my early childhood, that's pretty much what I'd sum it up as. Not that eventful. So yeah, I think that's going to conclude episode number 1 of this series that I'm filming at 3:33 in the morning because I can't sleep and have nothing to do. All right, so this is I guess I'll I don't know, fuck it. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.